Southside with you, how were you drawn to the project?
When this film was brought to our attention, we just loved it. We loved how intimate and up close the story was. We love that it's a couple that we all care about, that we all have become very familiar with, but a lot of us may not have been familiar with their first date. And seeing how they ended up is great. We see that on TV every day, but this is a window into how they started.
That's great. Thank you. Thank you. Specifically, just once again, when you saw the film, Tika and Parker's performance.
Yes.
To me, natural on screen, but love to hear your opinion on those two and their chemistry.
I was so impressed by Tika and Parker and how they embodied the president and the first lady. We know who they are. We know who this couple is, but to have a couple of actors take on that challenge of doing the roles, it's a lot of pressure, you know? Everybody knows what they are, they know how they act, they know their demeanor and their mannerisms, and to take on the challenge of portraying them, I think was a pretty awesome task, and they were both very much up to the task.
Great, thank you. And you were obviously inspired by the film, so much so, Get Lifted, getting involved, but you even went to the next step and you've written an original song. Yeah,
we wrote a song for this film. This was after I watched the rough cut of the film and saw how romantic and sweet the film was and how it was about the beginning of something special. And so I wrote a song called Start, which basically is saying, you know, we don't really know where this is going to go, but it's not going to go anywhere unless we start. And that's the idea behind the song, and it was directly inspired by watching the film and listening to the rest of the music in the film and trying to continue that motif at the end of the film.
Motif, I like that. Knowing that you know the Obamas, when they see the film, what do you think their takeaway? Just a guesstimate of what you might think they'll
Well, you always wonder when people are seeing themselves on screen, they know how that date went, so they may have some fact-checking going on in their mind. Well, we didn't say it exactly like that, but you know, they'll probably have a little bit of that. But I think what we've done and what Richard, the filmmaker, has done really well, I think, has captured the spirit of who these two people are and how simple and innocent and earnest their first date was. Neither of them knew what it was going to become. It became something really special. But I think he really captured the spirit of who they were and what their first date was like. We've known some of the details through interviews and their own stories and their own things that they've said on the record about what their first date was like. We know they went to go see Do the Right Thing. We know several other things about, you know, what their relationship was like. But to have it dramatized in this way that I think is so honest and so pure and so intimate, I think is pretty powerful. And I hope the Obamas will like it. I'm not going to speculate on whether they will or not, but I think there's a good chance they will.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.